to show to us that they can play. So I think that's going to be a big thing that they're going to have to get involved with that, get around these other young men, and see as far as what we go. Because, like I said, it is a little different. I know on the defensive side, I think the biggest adjustment as far as for a lot of these young kids come in here is the aggressiveness that our kids play and the level, the speed that we play at. I think that when they first run as far as the pursuit drill that I know Coach Gibson and his bunch run, they kind of look at it and go, really? Well, it's like that the whole time. And so that's one thing they got to find out real quick as far as how mad they want to be in there. So, but I think we got some young men in there, especially at the defensive back part. That they're good players. They come from good programs. That's one thing about it. We got some kids that come from some up level as far as programs that understand as far as what it takes as far as to play at hopefully this next level. And so we're excited about having that. Wide receiver the same way. The wide receiver part, we felt like that we needed more as far as the number wise because we use so many of them. But again, once they get out there and they start seeing as far as how the other guys play, and that's why I think that in July it's very important they're here. They have to get around as far as the quarterbacks to see as far as the way it's gone. They're going to find out that the ball's going to be thrown several times before they even turn around. Because we want our quarterbacks to anticipate that. So little things like that are going to get them. But the speed of the game is going to be their biggest adjustment. And we're hoping that by the time they get in here, they can see as far as that speed of the game and help them out as far as get a chance to play.
How did you see the success that you guys had, the 8-4 season, the bowl game, all that stuff? Did that open some more doors for you or make it a little easier to open some doors?
I think, just evidence signing two young men from Booker T. Washington in Tulsa. We had more interest from kids in Tulsa. That said a lot for us. And people look as far as who we signed, and we're talking about some other ones. We had some great area kids around here, and they decided to go other places. We understand how that goes, but we had more people contacting us about wanting to come play football at Southwestern than we've ever had. I think on my spreadsheet that I have probably has 800 names on there, and I guarantee you, I haven't put any names on that thing in over a month, and I guarantee you get on that part, you're talking over 1,000. And we still get it. We still get a lot of people still interested in our program. But with these guys we signed right now, the people we have on campus, our number's about 128 right now. And so after spring ball, we're going to sit down and see as far as where we're at because, we're going to have some young men that realize it's not going to be for them, and there's going to be some of these guys that may, decide they don't want to come. But so, we'll look as far as to see any other avenues that we got to look at. But, I tell you, I think it was a big plus for us. Some people thought because we didn't get out on the road as quick as we possibly do because we were playing that bowl game, I don't think it hurt us that much. I really don't. I think people paid a lot of attention to as far as our success we had. And so I think it really helped us out.
As far as the offensive linemen that you got this year, they seem to be just gigantic. And, offensive linemen, they're supposed to be big, but maybe even a little bit bigger class of guy than we've been able to pull in the past. Is that what you've seen?
Yeah. Because we look at the competition we're going against. We're playing a lot of guys that have some, 6'4", 6'5" young men. And, we had some guys in the past that, great players, but, when you talk about the leverage against those point right in here. And, that's one thing as far as what Coach Iskey has done with our offensive line is that tried to get as far as a little bit, taller, leaner young men as far as their size and their reach and everything to help protect that quarterback. And, we made big strides this year. I think we only had 12, 13, 14 sacks compared, 30-something the year before. And so I think that played a difference in there. And one thing I love about as far as young men that we got, I look forward to spring football because we got some kids that I can't wait to see how they're going to respond now after a year as far as being in the program.
And it seems like this is a good class, but it seems like you guys are in a really good spot with returners. There are a couple of spots we talked about, defensive back, some other places where you're going to have some questions going in, but you've got a really talented group of returners.
You're not a kid. You take a look, we had 15 seniors, I think, this year, and only, we lost to 2 senior linemen early in the year. Mm-hmm. And then you take out, we had only other seniors on the offensive side were 2 receivers. And so I already feel like that we've got some guys in here that can challenge for that spot and go there and then bring these guys in here. And then on the defensive side, we lost, a couple of key players in the secondary, a couple of key players on that defensive line, especially 2 defensive ends. But I feel like that we got a great nucleus in there, that will go through there. I mean, we lost one. Well, actually, we lost two outside linebacker, inside linebacker, but we got some young guys behind them that played quite a bit this year. So, we're very excited about that. And the thing is, and the coaches remind me of this all the time about, how our kids, I always wonder how our kids think about as far as going through that season. And, our kids were, they were happy about the season, but the biggest thing is they were so disappointed how it ended. And when you get a group of young men that are that way about that they want to come back and get stronger, it excites me as a coach. I look forward to next year. But we got to get through spring football, see how we're going to go through there, and then get through the summer, and then we'll be ready to roll. Any other questions? Well, thank you very much for coming, guys. Appreciate it. So, and you want to talk to the other ones later, you can.
Sure.
So, all right, guys. Well, thank you all very much.